Hey, my Liptons. I don't make videos like this where you know, Bollywood actors or actresses are kind of I don't want to say I don't want to say getting dragged, but I just think that it kind of like exposes the industry and how the system works and how certain celebrities are favored because of who their parents were or their bloodline or whatever is giving dynasty teas, and the ones that truly put in that work are overlooked. And I think that and I've said this multiple times in the past on previous videos, like Alia Bhatt. Listen, at this point I think it's safe to say that Alia Bhatt is a industry plant. Like, she is an industry plant. Like, she is someone that was placed in the and put in the positions that she was put in because who her father was. Her father's a huge, I think, producer or director within the film industry. Also because of KaranJohar. KaranJohar has been shoving Alia Bhatt down our throats for years and years and years, and the audience has taking her in. But then again, there's the part too where I also feel like there is some responsibility on the audience as well. It's like, as much as like we complain about like industry plants, nepotism, like at what point are we gonna stop watching films by actors or actresses that didn't deserve to be there or didn't earn their roles? You know what I mean? And I've said this in the past, and I'm gonna say it again. I've said this in the past in previous videos. Let's be very clear here. Alia, and it's no shade, but I don't know. I have this feeling like if Alia's father wasn't who he was, and if she did not have Karan Johar, I genuinely do not believe that Alia would have gotten to the heights that she would have been. Number one, can we be very clear? Alia Bhatt is very big. Like, she's so big. Like, she's not ugly, but like, she's basic. She's like everyday walking, like, woman, like everyday woman that you see on the street. That's how Alia Bhatt looks like to me. Like, she's not giving me, like, there's even some nepotistic kids within Bollywood or Nepo babies where it's like, okay, like, yes, they're here because they're, you know, because of who their parents were, because they had connections, but they look like stars. You know what I mean? To me personally, Alia Bhatt has never looked like a star to me. Like, when I think of like the Nepo babies that I grew up on, like Kareenakapoor, Karishma Kapoor, who else? Hrithikroshan, Kajol, Rani Mukherjee. You know, while yes, those people, their parents were, but were in the Hindi film industry, and they have connections within the industries. But those people look like stars, like Salmankhan. Salmankhan is another one too. His father was a huge writer, producer, director. Like, but Salmankhan looked like a star. To me, Alia Bhatt, within the face, that's what I'm saying. Within the face, to me, she just looks basic. She looks very basic to me. So I think that clearly, if she didn't have a very powerful father within Bollywood, and if she didn't have Karan Johar in her pocket, I just genuinely don't think that Alia Bhatt would have succeeded within Bollywood. That's just my own personal opinion. I just think that she's just very basic. But here's the thing: Alia Bhatt has been getting dragged on Twitter, and but here's the thing: are we just gonna keep doing this like every time when like a Nepo baby comes out and says, hey, like, I got this because I forced a director, or Karan Johar spoke to a director. And I'm going to discuss Ranveerkapoor in a second too, because something just came out about her and this new film that she did with a South Indian actor. I just think that, we have this sort of like outrage thing, but it's like, at what point are we going to stop? If we feel so strongly about nepotism and we're sick of nepotism being the factor with why some of these actors are getting these roles, when are we going to officially stop funding these people? Stop watching their movies. Stop going to watch them. Like, I don't know. So before I continue on with this video, please make sure that y'all subscribe to my, oh no, that's my Twitter account. Please make sure that y'all subscribe to my channel. Okay, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. If y'all want to watch anything Bollywood, anything ZTV shows, I have my playlist right here. I've done previous videos on film reviews, some things that happened in Bollywood in the past. Like, I'm a huge Bollywood fan, so it's like, of course, oh yeah, right here I did a Gangubai review. So yes, if y'all are interested in that, y'all can go to my Bollywood Talk playlist. It's the last video that I put up was actually Bobby 1973, which ironically is Hrithikroshan is the father-in-law of Alia Bhatt. So it's weird with Alia Bhatt. Like, before I even get to like the thread, because I have a thread here, and hopefully YouTube doesn't snatch up my video for playing some of the videos on this thread, but I have a thread for y'all, but let me also say this too. And another reason why I personally feel like Alia Bhatt is an industry plant is because everything just seems so manufactured when it comes to her. Not to say that she isn't a good actress. Like, she is a good actress. I'm gonna give her I'm gonna give her some props. She's a good actress. I've seen better, but she's a good actress. But even the whole union with Ranbirkapoor, like that whole thing, it was just, everything just seemed like it was contrived and manufactured by like KaranJohar and Manish Bhatt and Alia Bhatt. I think that, at the time, and hell, and don't get me wrong, I'm not too much of a big fan of Ranbirkapoor either, so that's a whole different conversation. But like, Ranbir at the time was with Katrina Kaif, and by next thing you know, Alia was coming up in the industry, and she was like, oh, she has a crush on Ranbirkapoor, and then all of a sudden, a few years after, Ranbir and Alia break up. I mean, Ranbir and Katrina break up, and then Ranbir coincidentally gets with Alia, and then they get married, and all these different. But it's like the two freaking women that he was with previously, Katrina Kaif and Deepikapadukone, those were like, I just think that this whole thing to me is manufactured. I think that it was done on purpose to have the audience just eat Alia, like, we just need to accept Alia, we just need to accept her and make her into a star. And quite frankly, we got to be honest too, the audience has also made Alia Bhatt a star. We can't just fully put the blame on KaranJohar and her father and these directors that put it. At the end of the day, we're also the ones that went to go buy her, we went to go buy the movie tickets, we wasted money on her, so now, she's here. But the reason why Alia is trending on Twitter, and she's been trending for a few days, I noticed this, apparently, apparently, I guess she has a film coming out, and the director did not want to cast her at first. And apparently, Karan Johar was just basically like, if Alia's not in this film, it's not going to work. So we're going to listen to a couple of these clips, some of the evidence here, just to show y'all how this industry is not a meritocracy. Let's get into it. Hopefully.
Following his work for a while, of course. So it kind of came together also because of Somain, who knows Vasan very well. So they kind of came together and discussed what kind of film Vasan wants to make next. And he had this idea. And I guess then he had an idea of who he wanted to do the film with. No.
So I had written one very kacha pakka email with a very stream of consciousness thought, sent it to Karan. And I think 6-7 hours later, he called saying, I've already sent it to Alia, and I was really not happy with it. I was like, I would have at least done some spell check, grammar check, hygiene, written some very nice hero entry.
My memory, we met first, you told me, and I told you, because I remember we were talking about some javelin throw.
Yes.
Something.
No, we met after that email, after you did that email.
Okay.
So Karan said, so that email was sent, I was like, why did you do this? He's like, no, this is how it works. then
Following his work.
All right, y'all just saw that. Karan Johar already, doing his little puppet master things and like, sending the script to Alia. So we're going to look at another clip too. These are some old clips about how Alia was basically put in these positions to take, roles that end up becoming either hit films or blockbusters, but like she was either not the first choice, or like her and her right-hand man, her Robin, Karan Johar, ended up harassing the directors, or just doing some shady things behind the scenes. So let's also listen to some other clips.
So I think for the
Have you had to fight for any role? What I mean is, did you ever have to really convince a director that you would be right for a role?
I mean, I didn't have to convince this particular director that I'm going to mention right now, but for Kalank, I knew that I was always in Abhishek's mind for the film. But there were a lot of things that he needed to think about when putting the cast together. So I think for the first time, I made a call to a director. I called him up and I called Karan up and I said, listen, I just want you to know that I will be really upset if you don't take me in this film.
Okay.
Like, I really want to be a part of this film. And Abhishek just laughed and he doesn't say much. So he was like, I know. And he knew that I wanted to be a part of the film, but there were a lot of other factors that had to come together for me to do that part.
Okay.
And eventually it all came together and I was done.
Have you had to fight?
Okay, we're gonna look at some more clips, child. Oh yeah, these are a lot. I'm gonna skip all this. Y'all better get the memo with that interview. But let's do this one.
I thought
Why her, sir?
sir, I wanted somebody older initially. I thought the experience and the fact that you already have a opinion about life will help. But then I met her, and of course the reason why I met her is
Actually, Alia,
you.
I had recommended your name to Imtiaz for a movie that I'm doing with him. And he actually was a traitor and he went and casted you for this film.
I know that.
So please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so then you were asking me to meet her, and I thought I've met the girl when she was 5 years old, and how much could she have grown? But then I did bump into her, and then I went across because I knew her mom. Then I started to talk to her with some excuse, and then I realized that she's good. And when she was talking, there are some people who talk from a distance. She was actually getting in. She was actually involved almost.
Okay, that's not as interesting. But let's do this one.
I bumped in. Story बहुत interesting है because I bumped into Rajamouli sir at the airport. He was just coming back from something, and I was going to Hyderabad for a shoot, and I said, "Sir, I want to work with you." And he said, he was very gracious, said, "Yes, I would love to work with you as well." I said, "Sir, I'll do anything. Just give me a part in your film. I want to work with you." It was a casual meeting. We just, it just happened, and at the end of that, he said, "Actually, I do have something, but I'm not sure." Story was interesting.
Okay, so y'all just saw that, Alia don't be going to the casting couches or auditioning or nothing. She just either goes up to directors saying, "Hey, I want to work with you," or, "Hey, I'm going to get Karan on the phone. I'm going to tell Karan Johar uncle to come and help me out here. And by force, you're going to have to give me this role." Or she won't even have to do it herself. Karan Johar would just tell the director, producer, whoever, "I'm going to give this script to Alia Bhatt. It is what it is. The contract is signed. This is how it goes." To me, this shows, and we've had multiple examples in the past. This, quite frankly, shows that, like, there is no meritocracy within any of these industries, whether it's in Bollywood, Hollywood. It's just these industries go by whoever they want to go by. They go by favoritism. They go by, at this point, by bloodline. Like, you have to have some kind of dynasty within these industries in order to be picked, in order to be put in these roles. You don't have to work too hard. You don't have to do casting. You don't have to audition. You don't have to do none of all of that stuff. The auditioning and all that stuff, those days are long gone. And quite frankly, it's getting worse. And I'm also saying this. This might be controversial to say, because the more I think about it and the more I see it, the more it's just like I'm more convinced. I genuinely think, and this might be controversial to say, but I genuinely think that Bollywood is more nepotistic than Hollywood, in my personal opinion. That might be controversial to say, but I do think that, and that's saying a lot too. That's also saying a lot too, because Hollywood has their nepo babies, but how many stars within Hollywood have come out of Hollywood that became major mainstream stars that didn't have ties or didn't have family, mothers, fathers, whoever within the industry? You know, don't get me wrong. Like, there is Nepo babies within Hollywood, but there's also, I do feel like you also have that sect where there are quite a few stars who come out that don't have a dynasty within Hollywood. To me, it seems like Bollywood, I would say 98% of Bollywood right now is nepotistic. Everyone is a nepotism bit, and that goes back to the heroes and heroines that I grew up on. Majority of the heroes, the heroines that I grew up on were also Nepo babies. Even back then, like I said, Kareenakapoor, Karishma hrithikroshan, Salmankhan, Amir Khan. You know what I mean? Sunny Deol, Bobby Deol. I know I'm missing a few too, but it's gonna come to me. Akshay Khanna. Like, Abhishek Bachchan, Rishi Kapoor. You want to take it back to the 70s and 60s? We can even go back then. Back in like Rishi Kapoor, Ranbirkapoor, hell, Shami Kapoor, Shashi Kapoor, Raj Kapoor. All of these people had ties to the industry through bloodline, because their family member was close to another, someone within the film. That's how they got the. This is not a meritocracy. And KaranJohar has had his, honestly, KaranJohar is probably the main reason why Alia Bhatt is the biggest star within the Hindi film industry today. And speaking of KaranJohar, did y'all see this? Did y'all see another exhibit, at least 500, to show you how Bollywood is also nepotistic? So apparently, this is from JR. He is a South Indian actor. He's one of the, he's pretty big right now in South India, in the South Indian film industry. So apparently, because I guess Janvi Kapoor has a film out with JR, and I believe also Saifalikhan. They're both in the film together. So there's a quote from him. Apparently, KaranJohar, called JR and was just like, hey, like, Janvi's a really good actor. You should have her in the movie. So it's like, you're not even gonna, this is the minimum that you could do. You're not even gonna call me to tell me, hey, can Janvi audition? Like, can you see like how she does? Like, can let her show her talent? Like, let her show a videotape of her acting out the lines. It's immediate. Like, no, like, Janvi's a good actor. Have her in your film. And it's just like, so we're just gonna throw away anything, like, as far as like you having qualifications or nothing. Like, even if she does, because Janvi's been in the industry now for a little bit, so it's like, yes, she is an actress, and she is, and I guess too because of like the whole like this being Sid Devi's daughter, and of course Bonnie Kapoor's daughter. Janvi is the daughter of Sid Devi. So who knows? Maybe JR felt like, Janvi is one of ours because she's Sid Devi's daughter, but it's also just like, if honestly, if listen, this is why I can't be one of those. Like, I would have been like, okay, what qualifications does she have to be in my film? And listen, don't get me wrong, Janvi's a very beautiful girl. I actually think Janvi looks like a star. She looks good, but what did you do to earn your position for my movie? And KaranJohar is out here being like the puppet master, and it's like moving the chess pieces along so that his hand-picked favorite heroines or heroes get the roles that they get. And I think that that's BS. I think that there's, who knows that if JR wanted somebody within his film industry to play the role within his film or within his movie. But no, because KaranJohar wants to also infiltrate the South Indian film industry. And that's a whole different conversation that we're going to, about how now Bollywood actors and actresses want to go into the South Indian film industry, working with South Indian directors and producers and so forth, and also trying to be in their films, like we just saw with Alia Bhatt going to SS Rajmouli. They see that the South Indian film industry is doing well, and it's at this point, I would even say that they've surpassed Bollywood when it comes to like mainstream success. Now you have these Bollywood actors and actresses running to the South to get some hits. And I think that, this is a turnoff. Like, the fact that, like, KaranJohar, Alia Bhatt, Janvi, like, whoever, y'all are coming out saying, oh, yes, I didn't earn this role. I didn't do anything for this role. I just called up a few people to say, listen, I want to be in this movie, and now I got it. That is a turn off. And honestly, that actually turns the audience off too, because it's just like, wow, like, you really didn't do anything to earn this. You really didn't. But this is where I also got to blame us as an audience. And don't get me wrong. I am someone that surprisingly, I watched Gangubai, because I actually think, to me, a Sanjay Leela Bansali film does justice to anybody. But I did think that Alia did well in that film. We went to go watch Gangubai. People went to go watch Gangubai. For Ranveerkapoor, I need to see how well this film did when it comes to... Hold on. Let me see. Because I want to see how well the film she did with JT did. Is his name JT? I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm out here just talking right now. Like, is his name JT? No, JR? No, JR. Sorry, JR. I'm always saying JT. JR. I'm so sorry, my Liptons. I'm so sorry. But no, I think that, the South Indian film industry is doing extremely well, and the North wants a piece of that. They want some of that. They want some of that success. And I've said this multiple times in previous videos, Bollywood has lost the plot. Okay? They have lost the plot. It's to the point where they're extremely westernized now. They've lost their identity. It's so over sexual now in Bollywood. You can't go without a scene without them kissing. It's like, what are y'all doing? And then on top of that, the songs, the soundtracks to these films are just horrible. The lyrics, the production of the song, the beat, everything is just, nothing makes sense. So it's just like, at what point are we going to demand these people within the entertainment industry to give us something of substance? And I think that, it also goes to us as the audience. We're the ones that, who, we at the end of the day, we need to also hit these people where it hurts, and that's their pockets. So it's like, we can't keep complaining about, oh my God, nepotism, but yet we continue to go watch nepotistic kids' films. So I don't know. I just think that it also depends on us too. We also need to be making sure that but then again, I also do think that we are, because that's why I feel like now a lot of people are watching more South Indian films. And I don't know too much about the South Indian film industry when it comes to nepotism and so forth. Maybe it is there. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, but I don't know if it's like really like, as rampant as it is within Bollywood. But I think that that's why a good amount of people are running to the South when it comes to the audience, because they're tired of Bollywood. They're tired of what Bollywood has been producing or what they've been putting out. Nothing is making sense anymore. So I think that, we'll just have to wait and see. But when it comes to this whole Alia Bhatt thing and her not earning her roles, we've been knew that, since she didn't even earn her husband. But then again, I said she didn't even earn her husband, child. Oh my God. She didn't, yeah, but she didn't. She didn't earn the husband. She didn't earn the movie. She didn't. But it's like, what are we going to do about it? Like, are we going to stop watching her films? Okay? Are we going to demand more? Or even if, let's say, like, we don't, of course, because I think Ali Bhatt is going to be here. It is what it is. But damn, at least, as far as when it comes to, like, these directors and these producers, at least ask her to go freaking audition for the goddamn film. Y'all just offering her the film right off the bat. Like, it's like nobody's auditioning anymore. That's another problem too. I just think that, like, I don't know. What goes up must come right back down. So, we'll just have to wait and see what happens on that aspect. But yeah, that's what I want you guys to think in the comment section. I know I was a little bit all over the place with this video. Please forgive me. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. Please tell what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.